Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Maria Espona with ArgIQ, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT, CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Ricardo Leite Raposo, Director of Data and Analytics at B3. So, welcome,
hello, Maria.
Ricardo. Hello.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Good. So I have several questions for you, and I hope you are happy with them. So considering your experience that is quite big, which are the critical elements to include when implementing a data governance framework?
I think that the first thing is to be business driven, not just think about control. I think the usage of data is supposed to bring business to the company. I think usually as we say, you can use the data for the business or as a business. My role in B3 is to use the data as a business. And another thing I think that is to boost the digital transformation. Everything is very fast, changing technology, and I think the governance is supposed to be adaptive also. So they have to be flexible and have the key elements to allow the digital transformation.
Yeah, that's great.
And that brings us to the governance that is confidence-based. You need to set up the guardrails, the boundaries, and let the business working into these boundaries, not controlling everything, every step of the journey. So it's another thing. And the last thing, we believe that we need to change a little bit the ownership concept. The governance, the data is the company's asset. Is not from one business unit or one area. So the concept is the usufruct the data. The governance is supposed to allow everybody to use the data. Obviously, considering the control and the laws and everything, but the primary concept is everybody can access the data if they have the rights and if they have the business approach for this.
This is quite a challenge, I imagine, because we are used to these are my data. I keep them for me. I don't want to share with the others, so it's a challenge.
It's a main change. Even if you say everybody talks about data literacy, when you do this movement, everybody is supposed to, and you have a federated concept. Everybody is supposed to understand data. They have the access. They cannot complain anymore. There are no more silos, and they need to make business. So they need to learn about data and how to use the data for their business. I'm talking of every area. In B3, you have the people area, the human research area. They have an analytics team. They do people analytics. So they are learning also. So I think that changed the company.
Change the company for the better and to adapt to the current situation that with the digital transformation that you are just mentioned. And in this concept that you are presenting, how do you incorporate both data quality and risk management as in this data governance framework?
I think we should be obsessed about the risk, the return on investment. I call it return on information. I don't believe on those huge projects that you map everything and you implement everything. So and even in nowadays with agile approaches, this doesn't make sense anymore. So I think that we should always break in small pieces this problem. So you can do the data quality step by step. You don't need to do it all in once. So when you're building the projects or using the data, you can apply step by step just the quality control for those information you are going to use. So your investment will be more focused on the return on the information you are treating, and also risk management. We need to adapt to be a risk-based governance. An example: if you are just exploring a new database, you don't need to apply the whole governance for this. Let the business guys a little torture the data a little bit and learn and prove the value. Once the value is proved and you are going really to use it for a product or for a huge decision, then you apply the governance. So you have the basic is security for sure, but even you are going to use it more. You invest more in governance, invest more in technology. So this risk-based approach, I think, that is key for this.
Wow, it's great. And you just answered my next question, because it was in your experience, what should go first, the data governance framework or the individual components? And you just say that
governance first. Sure.
Governance,
sure.
And then
because
we've seen
you are going to build naturally. It will evolve naturally in while you are monetizing the data, you are taking better decisions. So once you have this governance in place, everything will run more naturally. Will be a natural evolution of the areas, the way they treat the data. You are putting it in a new level of governance. And also another thing, I think technology changes a lot. Very fast nowadays. So you have also the opportunity of experimenting new technologies and evolve also the technology, because you are not closed to a platform or something, a huge contract that you did in the past. You can always explore new technologies and keep on evolving.
And also, since maybe your business environment changes, you might need some new solutions that are in the market. And another thing is that you create the data governance, data quality framework, but another thing that is quite different is make it to work according to what you would like to have. So how do you select the people to work with you in these areas? Do you provide training, or you hire directly people with a specific profile?
Yeah, I think that there is, you need to have data ops, what I call data ops with data governance. Because in the way we're talking, you always are doing it by design. So you are implementing in squads or in hives, and you are trying to break the delivery. So you need to have data ops people that are on those squads, following the development of the new products or the new users of the data, and ensuring that everything is running in the way it should by design. So that's very important, because it's not a data scientist you need a process expert. It's more like a product engineer or internal control profile. So that's the kind of person we hire, people that can talk a lot with legal area. You expand on B3 is the stock exchange of Brazil, so we are highly controlled. So you need to talk a lot with the legal area to ensure that everything is running well, not just protection law. We have all the financial market regulations we are supposed to follow. And then these kind of people are the best one to orchestrate, because their function is orchestrate those area, information security, even the governance or the internal controls, legal, product, even the IT areas. Some functions are in IT area, so they ensure that everybody's talking the same language. They are understanding the risk. They map the risk and apply the right governance to the project.
So thank you so much, Ricardo, for joining me today. And please visit the cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews.
Thank you.